Hey everybody, Tyler from Calcuric Reviews here to review the highly anticipated political thriller The Ides of March. Based on a stage play which in turn was loosely based off of the failed 2004 presidential election of Howard Dean, this movie has a plethora of A-list talent: Ryan Gosling, George Clooney, Seymour Hoffman, Paul Giamatti, Jeffrey Wright, Marisa Tomei, Evan Rachel Wood. The list just goes on and on. This is easily one of the best ensemble casts I have seen this year. Gosling in the lead plays Stephen Myers, the guy who is pretty much the second in command of the campaign for the presidential candidate, Governor Mike Morris, who's played by George Clooney. And he basically gets this trail on the dirty side of politics, which he's never really explored before in his life, but it's all hit with him right in the face, where he uncovers one big secret on the guy he has been campaigning for so long. Originally, The Ides of March was a very highly anticipated film of mine, but when it came to the reviews of Venice, which said it was still pretty good, but not the bona fide Oscar contender it looked like it was going to be from the trailer, I still reduced my expectations a little bit, and I think that's what pretty much helped me for this, because I really enjoyed this film. All the performances across the board are great, but Ryan Gosling is definitely the best in this, as not only does he take the very charming charisma that he has done for all his other past movies mostly, but he also gets to do some really good acting at the same time, because he makes a great transition from being the highly supportive character to the cold and ruthless guy who's trying to uncover everything at once he's introduced to the very dirty side of politics about halfway through the film, and he just makes that transformation perfect. Even for how great his performance is, I can't really say it's an Oscar-nominated performance, at least a Golden Globe maybe. Who knows, maybe he could get a double nomination, who knows, but I still think that he acted better in Drive, but still, this has been his year. This, Drive, and Crazy Stupid Love, God, he has really risen up on my radar as one of my favorite actors. And everyone else is really good in this movie as well, but I really liked Paul Giamatti and Seymour Hoffman the most as the rival campaign managers. Especially because both of their characters are given one very good speech to go off of Gosling's character from, and they both deliver them very well. But I gotta say that Seymour Hoffman, the way he delivered his speech on loyalty, it really got to me, because he really commands the presence on screen when he gets to that part. The script though for this film could definitely be a contender for Best Adapted Screenplay, because while it doesn't really bring anything new to the whole political side of there anything being very revelatory that changes this kind of genre, this has fantastic dialogue in between all these characters. You don't even need to really be a political aficionado to get involved with all the dialogue that's happening, because it's very razor sharp back and forth banter between all of these characters, and it's just written so well that you find yourself fully invested with nearly everyone that's on screen at the same time. Clooney's direction is very solid as he builds up some pretty good moments of tension throughout the film. However, my one big complaint with this movie, which is why I couldn't really rate it as higher as I thought I'd be, is because it did run a little bit short, surprisingly. I know that Clooney's trying to cram in everything that he is known for politics, even off of the play as well, but at the same time, the movie's only an hour 42 minutes. I wish it really emphasized more on the topics that it was going off of, maybe in the campaign or the whole investigation process of trying to figure out the dirty secret that gets uncovered on his character. I just wish the movie ran a little longer, because then it could have really been that true Oscar contender we had been hoping for. But still, despite that small nitpick right there, The Ides of March is a very solid political thriller filled with fantastic performances from all the cast, and also a very great script with some of the best dialogue I've heard this year. So I'm going to give The Ides of March 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's definitely not the bona fide Oscar contender movie I hoped it would be, but who knows, maybe it could shoe in for a Best Adapted Screenplay nomination, because it's definitely one of the best scripts of the year so far. And if you're a Gosling fan, you might as well just sprint there and see it right now then. So I hope you enjoyed my review of The Ides of March. If you weren't able to check out my earlier review of Footloose, I have an annotation above for that, and also a link below to that review too. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter and find my Facebook page to follow all my updates for my reviews and possible early screenings I'll get to. So in the meantime, I'm Tyler from Calcuric Reviews, and I'll see you guys later.